In this video, I'll be breaking down every dollar I've spent on this car, including all those little hidden things that no one ever talks about and no one actually can budget for. There's a few numbers in here that really surprised me. And if you're planning on building a drift car, this video could help you save money and help you budget better for it. And make sure you stick to the end of this video because the total cost even shocked me. Before any mods, this build already costs more than most people think. Let's start with the base of everything, the car itself. It's no secret I didn't pay cash for the car since I got it in a trade, but a clean, rush-free S13 coupe isn't cheap these days. Doing a little research online, I can safely say the value for a rush-free coupe is right around that $4,000 ballpark. Adding on another $500 for title and registration brings our total cost for just the car alone as a rolling shell $4,500. And this is where a lot of people already break their budget when building a car. So this car already came with a built SR20 in it, and that's where I kind of thought I was already being smart, or not. SR20s aren't known for their reliability, but man, they're cool. We can value a built SR20 right around $5,000, and that might even be on the low end. I then decided to do a Z32 transmission setup, which wasn't the cheapest route either. A new Z32 transmission ran about $2,700, plus another $900 for the swap kit. Add in $1,300 for my twin disc, $500 for a drive shaft. Now this setup will be reliable, but it definitely wasn't budget friendly. With the whole drivetrain, we're already at $14,900 in total, and we're not even halfway through. Now none of these mods inherently make the car faster, they just prevent emotional damage. I'm talking cooling system, fuel system, everything around the powertrain to help it survive. The cooling system has costed me about $450, but the fuel system cost $2,030, and that's including a hanger, pump, the rail, injectors, everything from tank to the front. Another large expense was engine management. Running a Link ECU and wiring specialties harness cost me about $2,725, but it was worth every penny. Now I'll include the cost of the turbo setup in this, even though it was a completely avoidable cost because there's a lot more budget-friendly options you can go with. I chose to go with a Garrett G25 550 paired up with a top mount manifold. Now the total cost of the turbo setup is about $3,436. Yikes. And that brings our total to just the supporting mods to $8,641. Yep, you heard that right. But don't worry, we're just about over all the expensive parts for this car. Now this stuff matters more than horsepower. Suspension and steering is definitely not a part of the car you want to cheap out on, but in general there are a lot more budget-friendly options online to purchase for your car. Stance Extra 1 coilovers cost me about $1,600 and are hands down the best on the market and are worth every single penny. I highly recommend them. My Villains angle kit ran about $395, rear subframe bushings another $100, and about $550 for all the rear adjustable arms. I'm running a stock sway bar with new bushings and links. That ran a total of $140, bringing our total cost to $2,785, which really isn't all that bad when you look at the value of parts we're getting for that price. Now, if you're still watching, you're either building your own drift car or you are seriously questioning my life decisions. Now, interior also doesn't add horsepower, but it lays the groundwork for how your car feels, and that's the most important. Now, I had to get a pair of my favorite seats ever, which are Buddy Club P1s, which ran about $1,200 for the pair. A Nardi steering wheel is a must for any build, costing $400. I was able to save some dough with the decision not to run a hydro in this car, which my wallet definitely thanks me for. The money I saved there, I spent immediately on new carpet, costing $120, and if you could smell through the camera, you would 100% understand why. Now let's not forget the little things you have to put in your car also that are track day requirements, like a fire extinguisher and a mount. That cost me another $75. Now that brings the interior total to $1,795, and that's the cheapest part of the build so far. Now the exterior is hands down one of the most important parts because that's the money you can see that you put into your car. Now aero parts can get expensive, but there's a lot of options to choose from. I went with a majority of Origin products since TF is local to me, so I can pick it up and save a little bit of money on shipping. Now you might ask yourself, Matt, what aero? I do have all the aero purchased for this car already. It's all stored away right now because I'm waiting for a time to get it in here so I can prep it and get it ready for paint. That being said, I am running a full Origin driftline kit with Origin front and rear over fenders and Origin Type 2 hood. Now the total for all the exterior aero came out about $2,800. Now you factor in my GMR wheels that I've had for my last car that I kept, those were $1,600. And let's not forget about tires. I won't count them all for the whole season, but just 4 to get the car rolling is about $500. Now up next is all the paint work I have to do, which is kind of hard to calculate because obviously I do all the work myself and I'm not going to charge myself labor. So materials for the paint alone is about $900. That brings the grand total for the exterior to $5,800. And just like that, I saved a little bit on the interior. I've already spent a lot on the exterior. This is the part I and everyone else underestimate the most. The hidden costs really do sneak up on you, and you don't even realize it until it's late at night and you're looking at your bank account going, what the f***? The $20 fitting here, the $70 tool here, the $5 part here really do add up over time. Now it's very hard to keep track of an accurate number, but I think a good estimation is around $2,000, give or take a few hundred. All right, the moment of truth. After adding everything up, the total dollar amount came to $35,921. Yes, you heard that correctly. $35,921. Now that's a few dollars shy of 36 grand. Now this is definitely not the cheapest way to get into drifting, and I'm definitely not recommending that for new people. At this level, you're paying for reliability and seat time, not Instagram likes. And yes, those supporting mods better pay me back over time. Now, if you're building your own drift car, hopefully this gave you some insight on how much a higher level build can cost, but still keeping it grassroots style. If you enjoyed this video and it helped you in your build, please hit that like button. Leave a comment below on what your build is and what you're doing to it, and I'll see you guys next time.